Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pass the Mic. I'm Allie Violet Vixen Commissaro, and I'm here with Mr. Vin of American Mosh Pits. It's been a
Hey,
while.
everybody, excited to be here.
I know it's been a while. I
It
needed
has been
this.
a
I
while.
missed it.
I did too. I'm glad to say we're back. I'm glad to say we have a guest that we both love as a friend as well as a business associate. So this is going to be good.
Oh yeah, I always look forward to having especially all the essential PA bands, like all the ones that we know and love. But I have to say, before we bring them on, out of all of the bands, I definitely saw Traverse the Abyss more than any other band last year. I think I
Wow,
saw
that's
them
great.
I think it was like 12 times or something, which is
Wow,
crazy.
that's
And
awesome.
they were like with all different people. But without further ado, let's bring him in, Mr. Eric Abyss.
What's up? How's
Eric, are
everyone
you
doing?
You see what I've worked for
Good.
you
With
for
the
the interview?
with
Okay.
the bear shirt. With
That's
the
This is
bear
my
shirt.
favorite one. My favorite one right here, guys. So let me just show that off real quick because we know we love merch.
You
This
know,
is
that was my favorite one too, but like you only had one left of the crow, like the old school. Remember that one? Like you only had one left,
Yeah.
and I needed that one. So I actually didn't get the bear last time and ended up getting that one. But I wore it the last time
We
you were
might
on. So I went with Blackcraft this time.
Stickers.
we have a
there's
guest.
stickers
We
and that
have a
too.
guest.
The little one's having a bit of she's a bit upset. She thought she found some more temporary tattoos to be like dad, but they turned out to be stickers. Now the
Oh
fun
man.
part with that bear shirt is the silver on it is a metallic silver. So when sunlight hits that, it shimmers. But then the logo, we did the different colors in a fluorescent ink. So those will blacklight react. So it's like a shimmer glow.
And
A
you
little bit of
still and you have
experimenting
Oh,
your
there.
favorite sleeve art. I love
Yep.
sleeve art. By the way, I know you hate it because you're a printer, but I love it. So this is awesome to have
No,
right there.
I think it's
that
more
is the best
entertaining
shirt.
seeing my boss react when I'm like, yo, yeah, they want fronts, backs, and sleeves. And he's like, they got to get the sleeves, right? Or like the customers, they want the both sleeves to it. And he's like, what the fuck? It's great. That's a whole other episode of goodness.
You guys always have great merch. And with all the new stuff that's coming up, can we hear a little bit about the merch that's going to be coming out?
Yeah, I think same thing.
So
First is this top of the line merch, top of the line.
we try to think of it just like the merch itself is an art piece, and it's also some of your best advertising. If someone has a hat that they love, and they say they're going bald, like they're gonna wear that motherfucker all the time and everywhere they go. Like, no, I need to have my hat on. It's like, Bob, we know, but like, I mean, same shirts, but same thing. If you get comfortable shirts, everyone's gonna wear them. And like looking into the prices, like a basic Gildan, it's not too much more to get a softer style t-shirt, depending on which brand you go to. But like,
This
no one
one
wants
is
to be wearing cardboard ones. You want to
Mhm.
get those nice, super soft ones. So some of the merch that we're going to be doing with the Memento Mori EP that's coming out in April, kind of digging back to stuff that was selling well throughout the site. On traversetheabyss.com, we partner with different apps that do like direct to go prints just to test run stuff too. So instead of like, yeah, we just dropped $1,000 onto these and no one's buying them, what the fuck? Or the infamous one, all right, we got this load of shirts and all the larges go the first night, and then you're stuck with smalls, mediums, like everything else that doesn't sell. So you're able to
Yeah.
test run some products. So definitely shirts, hoodies, the works of that. The more obscure ones that are fun, we do the jigsaw puzzles, and all the artwork for the EP is all black and white. So like
Mm.
I would put on social media, I'm like, you complete that and send it to us. Like you will get a
Oh,
prize, something
cool.
Oh,
nice,
that's
because
awesome.
that has to hurt. You know what I mean? Everything is just black and white all together.
I can
Um,
imagine.
I don't have
I used to
one.
do a lot of puzzles, so I've actually done puzzles like that. Actually,
wow.
the hardest puzzle I ever did was one of those I Spy puzzles
Oh,
that
that's cool.
like, that one took me a while, but I get, like, really, like, hyper focused on, like, to get it done.
But
I
still,
want to
I can
say
imagine with the I Spy one. Everything's
this
everywhere. That has to be.
absolutely. This shirt, I got this from Traverse the Abyss. I'm gonna say just about a year ago because it was
Oh,
Eclipse
yeah.
Fest.
Oh,
And
yeah, easily.
so
We're
I
creeping.
easily watched this thing 50 times at least. You know what I mean? Because I wore it a lot, and it still feels just as good as it did when I got it. Seriously, and that's I'm not just trying to sell my buddy shit. I'm telling you that it definitely is a better
Oh,
quality. It's
no, I can vouch too. I mean, my shirt is so soft, like, it's definitely, like, one of those shirts that, like, you can wear it to bed and it's, like, cozy enough that, like
oh yeah,
That's what I'm
or you
saying.
can wear it
We
out,
have
like
one of the other good ones that sells is you can't really customize too much on it because it's embroiderment, but it's a denim jacket with fleece on the inside. The few people who have bought it because they're costly, but at the same time, now we know like, okay, yeah, we're gonna drop. It costs $50 some or whatever just to get one. Like
wait,
drop an order of
what? I didn't even know
however.
you had a denim jacket. Wait a moment, wait. When you say costly, how much are you saying? How
yeah.
much are you saying the
What's the
denim jacket?
retail on the denim jacket? Eric?
Let me look right now.
Hold
That's
Yes,
on,
the
I need to
beauty of
know
the
about this
internet.
because
we
I've had
are a
numerous
breaking news. This is a breaking media company, so this is breaking news
Well,
now.
I'm just gonna
We
tell
are
you, I've had so
We,
many people lately tell me like how they're like obsessed with
here,
denim
take off your
jackets.
shirt.
they're coming back. I can tell you that
Here,
battle vests are
we also
so
do
Oh,
popular at
awesome.
festivals. We're making an American mosh pit patch for people to buy and sew on their battle vests because they're so popular. It's a
your
huge
shirt.
thing. What do you got?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
That's
love
Love
some of
your
the tie dyes that I do. I make some of the bleach and all the tie dye ones that we do. So we're talking about merch. She popped in. The denim jacket on our site right now is listed for 75 with
There you
the
go. That's not
fleece
bad.
lining.
not
That's not bad at
bad.
all.
It's like $80 a hoodie when you go like
I thought he was gonna say like
I'm a,
$300
yeah,
or
I totally thought you
350
were
or
gonna say
something.
300. I'm glad
oh,
I just called you out
I'm
on
just
that.
no, I'm just a tight spender. So that's like, oh man.
Yeah, no, 75
So that's not bad
for
though.
a insulated leather insulated jean jacket. You said that's a good
Oh,
deal. It's a real
dude,
good deal.
most hoodies are like
Yeah,
80
yeah.
bucks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And we're on
Fan
the
option $60 all day long.
bang. I'll pop that over there for y'all.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
so like we're gonna do the cups, like the mugs, especially the
Mhm.
black mugs. They'll print just almost similar to the Black Craft ones. That'll be all the single arts as well as the EP art for like all the above for the puzzles, for t-shirts. We have on our site now the pre-orders, so you could do a pre-order bundle, get a physical copy of the CD,
Oh,
and it'll
cool.
come with the album art shirt as well.
Cool.
So that's
Did
a
you
little
guys
bit of the merch
go?
game that we're
Can I
prepared
ask
for
this
this.
question about the CD? Did you go old school and like put the lyrics in the booklet like we back in the 90s?
Yeah, I like doing that even with
Yes.
the marketing for this one. It's everyone's bumping music videos and I get it. It's flashy, but at the same time like so many people are cutting content in different ways. It's almost like you're almost making mini music videos like daily with some of
Mhm.
like the shorts and the algorithm that you're making, like some of the stuff I see Nailbite posting and stuff. I'm like, that's borderline a video itself. And like, also, I don't know, it's just me, but like, it seems like it's pretty repetitive of what the videos are. You know, I mean, a lot of, and like, we're guilty of it too. Like, we have some that's like, yep, that's the same as everybody else has that style video right now. But, because the lyrics and my influence into the EP came from books. I'm really focused and I know it's everyone's like, oh, you flash you with music videos. I'm like, yeah, but we have the lyric videos out and it's going to be in the booklet for the CD because I want people to read them and build their own interpretation and get their own inspiration from that instead of us just pile driving what we want you to take from it, versus I want people to build their own.
So
Oh,
I'll tell you this.
I'm all about the
I'm
lyrics.
listen, I'm 45 years old, right? So I am a child of the 80s and 90s. Okay. I went to Sam Goody and I would buy tapes and CDs, take them home, put them in the player, and you'd sit on your bed with the booklet and you would listen to every single song and go through the lyrics with the artist. And this was of a daily routine for a music fan in the 80s and 90s. So for you to put that back in there, you're going to capture a lot of people my age. Absolutely. Because it's just the
Remember
nostalgia of
the
being able to go back
cassettes?
there.
Remember the single cassettes at the wall?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Mhm.
I just
I
aged
remember.
myself so much, but I was just talking about them the other day. I picked up so many, like I met so many famous people that like I didn't even realize would ever like be as famous as they were. Just
Mhm.
handing out singles
Oh,
at
yeah,
the wall.
absolutely. I
My mom the
remember
other day, she's
going
like, I
to.
found all your singles. I'm like, wow, like those are some
I
throwbacks.
remember going to
Also,
shows
it's
in the 90s, and they would literally, you would get people passing you out tapes and CDs in the parking lot for you to take
Mhm.
home and listen to, and hopefully you're going to check this band out. I was part of that
now
generation.
the modern one is the business card with the QR code, and you just beg that they're
Exactly.
fucking gonna
Yeah.
scan it.
No, I
Yeah,
just heard this
exactly.
whole
I
thing. People are stopping the QR code. Like there people like have hacked the QR code and they're putting up bad ones. So there's like a whole movement that have stopped using them.
Crazy.
The coolest thing I saw, people were selling um like hard drives and they would put like their single on or have like a
Put that
couple
shit right in your
songs that they
computer.
were like thinking about possibly releasing
Like
at
on a
their
thumb
shows.
drive? Like on a thumb drive?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
cool.
Make it as a keychain or something too.
Yeah, and I mean, I
Honestly,
thought it was a pretty cool idea.
with merch, I sometimes I get the sideways look, but a lot of it came from like ICP and Kiss. Like both of them put their fucking logo on everything and know how to market it and know
Absolutely.
that if you put your shit on
Absolutely.
stuff, like if your fan base is that diehard, they'll fucking buy from shoes to action figures, comic books, and also props ICP. A lot of their physical CDs, they used to put like little games or like clues and
Mhm.
hints about upcoming shit within it. So like when you were sitting on your bed going through the lyrics, you also had a little bit extra goodies
Mhm.
for it. So I was always like, man, that's fucking in and out on everything, and it's good shit.
It created when you bought an album and you went home to read the lyrics, or you were going to find the hidden tracks, or you were going to play the hidden computer games on it, whatever it was an experience with the band, right? At your house, you literally had this home experience with the band. So I feel like people built more connection to bands because of that. And today, like you said, I can just sit here on Instagram. If I don't like what I see in the first 5 seconds, that experience is over. We're moving on to the next one, right? And it wasn't
That and
like
you
that.
have
Even if
that
you
and
bought
how
a
many
bad
bands
record,
are there
even if you
now
bought a
saying,
bad thing, you'd have to listen to the whole CD. Even if it was shitty, you'd still have to listen to it like that. So
yeah, skip song 7, but the rest is pretty good. But even now, like scrolling on Instagram, like you need that stuff, like the
yeah,
CDs and spending the time with the fans because you need that build that real tight knit connection because there's 45 other motherfuckers that they're ready to scroll past you and click on their shit. So
I
like,
yeah,
love when you guys are like touring or like you guys are like in a vehicle together and you're really tired and you start blasting out the reels of you guys just like doing like
well,
silly things. I love them. I get like really like sucked in and I'll like binge watch them.
I
Eric,
got
here's
a
an
new
opportunity.
wake up
Tell,
song for the crew, so that's fun.
yeah, tell us
Oh,
about the
really?
bus a little bit. How many fans really know about the bus? So give a few minutes here and tell the fans about the TTA bus.
We have I guess it's a shuttle bus that we have. We got that from our friends Threat Point. Fun fact, me and Mike used to play in that band. I played bass and he played guitar. Ipso fact of when both of us left, that's when Traverse started. And they stopped touring. I think they're talking about coming back and making some music, but like they used to just gun, and that's where like we got it from, was like, oh, like just get the fuck out there, you know what I mean? Like do it. And they already had the bunks built, so there's 6 people in our band, there's 6 bunks, so it works great. Saves on hotels unless you need it, which Nick was working at a Hilton for a while, and he ended up getting a discount. So like even when we didn't need a hotel, it wasn't as, we got a bit nicer ones, and it wasn't killing the pockets, which was cool. Especially for laundry on tour. It's like, yep, get the hotel, use the washer dryer, all that good shit. But there's the lounge. We got our table. Usually towards like the left side, that's where the longer couch is. That's where I'll sit. And usually Jamie's there. Across at the table will be Dave, usually Dave, and then Justin or Nick will be at the other side. And Iron Mike is usually the driver. He's the most experienced. Dave drives, Jamie drives, Justin drives, and Mike drives. They kind of interchange. I keep petitioning to be like, hey, like a couple of our buddies have like CDLs or whatever, and they're like wanting to drive the bus for a run or so. So it's like, maybe we should just bring in one of our friends with us, let them get the swang of it. But yeah, the bus.
Okay, I'd like to ask some, I want to know some like details about you guys as a group being in the van. Who's the messiest?
Oh,
This is good. I'm getting closer. I gotta hear these.
Big shits. Big shits, Nick. Yeah, there's plenty of time. I can vividly remember Iron Mike walking back and picking up his shirt, and he goes, whose black shirt is this? And Nick's the first one who goes, it's not mine. And he rolls it out and he goes, fuck the Westboro Baptist Church. I think there's only one person in the band that owns that shirt. Nick's like, fine. I just remember a couple points on tour where it was like, big shits, clean your fucking shit up or pick up your clothes or whatever it was. We're all pretty bad in our own rights and ways, but I'm going to throw the jab, so he's probably messiest.
Okay, who like is the one that brings their own snacks? That really like always has their own snacks and like is not good if they're hungry.
Probably like me and Nick. We're probably pretty even in that department. Jamie brings some of his own things. Usually it'd be his own like own bottle or so. Dave could get pretty. We all could get bad when we're hangry. Dave, when he's uncaffeinated and hangry, he could get pretty claws out. But I would say me and Nick are pretty much the stocked up on the snacks for when we go. Trying to
now, how do you guys deal with like sleeping in there? Like, I'm a really light sleeper, so like if somebody's snoring near me, I would like go crazy, and I need to have a fan.
I don't think the bus is for you, Allie. I think no bus route.
Yeah, like I need a fan, and I need like I'd be stopping at Five Below, getting the little like mini fan. Like I need to come prepared. Like,
they got
like,
rechargeable little fans.
But like,
we hook them up in there. Yeah, if you're a light sleeper, it's gonna be rough. The stack on the right side, it's Justin on the top, Mike on the middle, Big Shit's on the bottom. Parallel to that, we got Jamie on the bottom, me in the middle, and then Dave on the top. And I'm notorious for, if I get cozy and warm, done. I'm out, and I'll see you at 6:30 in the morning. Like,
are you like you're one of those quick sleepers? I'm so jealous of people that can do that. Like, I'll be so comfortable and it still takes me a half an hour.
Nope, not here, buddy.
Smoking and drinking coffee all day. I just get to that peak where it's like, I'm cozy and it's night time.
Yeah.
Like, what? You gotta figure on wifey's side, I'm like a thorn in the side. She wants to watch a movie. It's like, what do you think of this? I'm out. So like, I know I'll snore. Justin, they've definitely made jokes several times about how Justin snores, how he like revs up and it gets to this point, he like wakes himself up and then it restarts. Like Mike has mentioned that he's like, I'm right below him. So he's like, I'm just like, and now.
Oh man, one of my favorite. I couldn't even imagine. Like I would.
Now you
Oh,
gotta
it's not
think
so
there's
crazy.
6 grown men and we're
Yeah, this is like
giant
army
children and
right
we
here.
think
This is like
farts are the
military
funniest thing in the
style,
world.
dude.
So you got 6 dudes farting, eating eggs and shit from Waffle Houses and gas station fast food. So like there's
See,
one another
that's why
person
you
on
guys
tour.
see, that's why you guys are always happy and chilling and having fun because you guys are stopping at Waffle House. Like, you can't not be
Oh,
happy at Waffle
I
House.
thought you said because we were inhaling each other's shit. It's like, no, it's funny
Yeah.
for a couple minutes, and then after a while, it's like, oh my god.
Oh, no, you're burning and eating waffles?
You got my forky.
I'll find him for you, honey. Forky. All right, I'll look for him. All right. Yeah,
He needs you to
Dad.
draw Hello Kitty.
we went through the Hello Kitty tattoos. Now she's on Lanky Box or whichever one. I'm like,
I'm all about Hello Kitty. I have a Hello
I want to
Kitty tattoo.
say that I got a chance to hang out with Eric's daughter back in October
yeah,
up at the Sherman Theater. And Eric's wife and the daughter came to support Traverse for that show. And it was really cool because I took the daughter and the wife all went up to like the little press orchestra box there. And we were like watching the show. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. I had a good time with her. So it was very cool.
she's hardcore. She's ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no. We
You
can't.
can tell you teach her young that
Knocking
like
people.
she's already got the personality. She's fine getting in front of the camera.
Oh, yeah. She's
Oh,
great.
Those
she's
kids are like putting their hand
But,
in the screen and like you don't see their face through the whole thing.
She
I
will.
did interviews
when I
with her. She
stream on
did really
Twitch
well.
and shit, she'll come over and like operate the hotkeys. Like if I die in the game, she'll hit the one the. She'll hit
Isn't it
like the
amazing how
horn.
much kids know with the
Yeah.
video games and like online? It's crazy. I do something and my son's like, "Mom, like, let me show you how to do that."
On
Mhm.
fleek, bro. No cap. What you mean?
Like, you should hear
love
him with
that.
YouTube. He's like, "You need to make more shorts. Like, shorts are where it's at.
Wait,
You
your
need to
son tells
you
you
need to
that?
keep pushing those shorts out, Mom." I'm like,
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's good. So, Eric, can we ask about shows coming up for TTA?
Yeah, fuck
"Yeah,
yeah,
we
man.
need to know about the tour."
Yeah.
Tour. Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna be spilling beans then. All right, so we got February 15th at Love Drafts. We're supporting our friends Suicide Puppets for their album release. And then
Hold on,
2
hold on,
weeks.
hold on, hold on. I have to ask you. So, I heard a rumor, and I need to know. Like, supposedly, Love Drafts is getting some renovations coming up. And have you heard anything about the February 15th show?
I haven't heard anything from the band or the promoter. And depending
Okay.
on where the renovations are, it might not interfere with it too much. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like depending on like what part of the building it is. If it's like I'm thinking even if it's when you first walk in, like by the bathrooms or so, like by was it the pool tables or something over that way, but pink
Merch
one of
area.
them section. Like even if it's over there, that might be out of the way, and they might just be able to like caution tape
Block it
because now
off.
we're cutting it. We're under the 2 week mark. So I was like, now would be like if something was changing, now would be like clutch. But
Yeah,
regardless,
absolutely.
Central PA, February 15th. If not, we'll do something because we have a new song called Viewpoint coming out on Valentine's Day because we love you guys.
Nice.
Then we got March 1st. That is the preliminary round for Vakken Open Air.
Oh, that's
That
so
is
much
the
better
tournament.
than chocolates or flowers. Like, yeah, give me some
New
songs.
metal songs.
Yeah,
Riffs.
new metal. That is the way to do it. Love it.
Then
So where
that's
are
it.
you? So what are some of the like you guys this year? You guys are going like all over the place.
For the most part, we're hoping with this tournament for Vakken that's at Mooresburgers Tavern in Cantonsville, Maryland. That's March 1st. That's the start. That's preliminary round. Then it would go to semifinals and then the finals. And then we are potentially the band to represent United States over in Germany for the largest metal festival. So that is like major. That's and on side of it, anytime we did stuff with those tournaments, like those shows are always killer. Like they bring out real fucking good bands. They usually have a giant pool that they got to select like 200 to 300 bands or whatever per region. And it's like they got to pick, I think it's 12 or 16. So it gets like real narrow, but those ones are fun. Then we have March 27th. March 27th at the Ritz in Scranton. That's with Attila. And then we have one unannounced, but it's in Binghamton, New York the following day. And then another one, cheating a weekend out of that. We'll be spending some dates in New York. April 12th is the semifinal for Wacken. I believe that would be at Moorsburgers as well. And then, well, I mean, tomorrow we're announcing, so I can't imagine. But the EP release is going to be at the Ritz Theater on April 25th. We have a follow-up show there, not there, but April 26th. That's TBA. So I have a lot of placeholder dates where it's like, yeah, this is coming, but I can't.
I love that you always give us like a really big thing around 420.
It just ends up happening. The weather breaks. It's around that. It's around when we did Eclipse. It was kind of where we place held the EP. It was getting to that point where it was just kind of like we're just about done. It was just the last little things, and it's like, okay, like we just got to set the fucking date and roll the ball, because otherwise we're gonna find something else that got to get tweaked, or this, or wait on this, or that's the go. So April 25th at the Ritz Theater. That one is getting announced like in our chat. That is actually getting announced tomorrow at noon.
Daddy, please come and get me Forky.
Forky. Okay, I'll come get Forky in a couple minutes, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, there you go. I'm waiting for her to run to the smart speaker and be like, set a timer. She'll do that shit to me. She'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. Runs to the smart speaker. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and it's like,
man, and they know, like without the timer even going off, like they know by the second.
We saw a TikTok or whatever the one is, Instagram Reels, but the captions, you can't lie to these kids, and the little girl's holding the phone to the mom, and she's like, you said Chuck E. Cheese was closed, and it says on the thing, Chuck E. Cheese is open today from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. or Monday, like the whole run of the app. And she's just, you said they were not open today. And it's like, oh, thanks technology.
Is Chuck E. Cheese even around?
Yeah, we just had to take her for her last birthday.
Wait a second. I have a hack, and Chuck E. Cheese is probably gonna get mad at me for saying this. If you download their app and you beat the Chuck E. Cheese game, every time you go in, you can show that you beat it, and you get 500 points.
Whoa!
Yeah, like and 500 points at Chuck E. Cheese is like. That's like a game changer there. So, I mean, like, yeah, Jackson figured it out when he was like, I don't know, like really young. And yeah, every time he would go in, he would show it and like do the whole thing. It does take like it took him like probably 20 minutes to go through the game. It's like Sonic where you're like kind of going through, but definitely came in handy, like 100%. Every time you walk out with something.
Then I think show-wise, the only other one that we have like public that I'm able to chat about is the Michigan. That's the cancer benefit out in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yeah, we're all going to be covering that.
Saturday, May 3rd, and our EP comes out the Friday before, so we're going to placehold some dates, if you feel me. So we'll be that Hotel Traverse, that bus that we were talking about, we'll be spending a little bit of time right in that beginning of May. We'll be enjoying that.
I'll share some breaking news. We are working on an American Mosh Pits event that will be in the later part of May that Traverse is involved in. So if all goes well, you'll probably see the announcement for that in March. But
that's so we got a bunch of placeholder ones where it's like,
something very unique. Something very unique. So be prepared.
Oh, I'm excited. Now, Eric, now with all this stuff that you have going on, you have the Traverse TV, right?
Mhm.
Like, are you gonna be putting all this like on there so that we can kind of keep up? Because you guys are really like pushing stuff out like left and right.
Yeah, we're gonna be as active as we could in our Discord community as well as on Twitch and socials. I'd like to get we're working on now. We have the router with us, so it's like I'd like to be able to like live stream performances, but I also don't want the audio to be crushed or anything like that. So thinking of taking like TTA TV streaming on Twitch on Thursdays. We're thinking of taking that onto like the road. So while we're touring and such, we're able to do broadcasts on the go and also try to bring in extra income, whether people like donate via Venmo or Cash App, like any extra tip donations we're able to use towards food, gas, smoke, whatever. Like if we want to treat ourselves, whatever, we're like just extra to come in and help cushion the drives.
Wait,
Yeah,
can we
definitely.
ask
That's
about
awesome.
We don't get paid to perform, we get paid to drive.
can I ask about Traverse the Abyss's new marketing director?
New marketing director.
Yeah, don't you have a new person working for you doing marketing and things? That's what I heard.
Well, we have Mr. Mark from Beyond the Barrier helping me a metric behind the scenes.
So
Also
you're getting
content
it done really
planning.
good.
We got a whole like it's cool now. Like we kind of had like this whole honeycomb with like even just like the sled dog entertainment community meshing with like the Traverse. We have people doing like PR type events, building for street teams to help push out for stuff, as well as people actually helping out like content mapping. So shout out to Mark. There's people that are behind the scenes that are helping out like on daily basis with stuff. And that's the fun part is like what we're promoting like right now, like Reasonings out and Viewpoints coming out on Valentine's Day. It's like that's there, but we're as a band, like we're already down here, already kind of like, okay, this song now is going to be going to this studio. We're looking to do that with this studio and such, you know what I mean? So it's like it's fun seeing everything finally get to roll out because these songs have been in the works for a while. Like when Justin and Nick were first joining up, they were decently written between Viewpoint and Reasoning. There's already a lot into there, but we had new members. We wanted to do a bit of our, it's like add your flavor to it because it's very awkward when you're putting new music out with the band that you're in, but you didn't write or record those parts. And it's
Mhm.
like, but it's new. So it's like everyone on a public sense is like, oh man, dude, he definitely wrote the bass lines. And it's like, yeah, that's so and so
No,
wrote
just
you know,
basically a
that's actually
concert
not me.
musician.
On the upcoming stuff I'll be on. So we have all the new stuff, and it's like, okay, yeah, here is everybody. Like the six of us were on the Lamb of God cover, and we were on Zombies, which was the
There
last
you
single
go.
that we got to put out for 2024. But all the stuff for Memento Mori, Reasoning, Viewpoint, and so forth, that was all in the works and reworked because now we had the three guitar players. So it's like, okay, these have some really powerful metal guitar riffs. How do we incorporate that together and really showcase it? So it took extra time. And then we were doing the swing of festivals, the studio. Once that got and the tour, once we got back from the tour, then the studio was moving. So we had to wait for the studio to move. The holidays hit and so on and so forth. Then he got done with the move and built up. Then we were able to get in and wrap it up. So it was like took a little bit longer than intended, but we feel that the product is strong to show for that and rather take our time and just be like, yep, this is good versus being like, well, fuck, I wish I changed that one vocal line or something, which in 3 years or so, I'll probably still say the same thing anyways, because I'm my own worst enemy, but we took our times with this one.
Which song are you the most proud of that you can't wait to perform on this upcoming tour?
So the fun one is we actually got to like test ride and tweak these for that length of period of time. So like these songs have seen Incarceration already. These songs have saw Louder Than Life Festival already. These songs have been taken around the country, played at concerts with Escape the Fate and Attila. So like a lot of them we've got to play out, but they're the fifth track, Manifest, the fifth track. That one hasn't gotten like any sort of anything. We haven't snuck any of the like pieces out at all. We haven't played any of it live in that whole like time. Like that was the one that we're like, we gotta keep one back. You know what I mean? Everyone at least that comes to our shows frequently, like especially Viewpoint, like Viewpoint, Pursuit, and Consequence. Like you guys are gonna hear that it's gonna start and you're gonna be like, yeah, I know that song, kind of deal, because you definitely heard us play it. Reasoning was like it's a longer track with building the intro and then the outro, because all the songs it's one giant track, so it's just chopped in 5 pieces. So it's like that one we didn't get to bust out as much. It seemed like where it was permitted we would play that just because it's a bit longer. So it's like, okay, play a 6-minute song versus we could bust out 2 different 3-minute tracks. So the setlist game, setlist chef.
What would you say was the funnest part of this album? Was it like the creation of it? Was it the recording? Or I mean, like I see you guys all the time, so I mean, like your live shows are just insanity. Like when you're going there, they're all going at the same time.
It's just like a race. Like as soon as like they and they're off, we just which is funny because some of the videos we get, they'll catch when we're all like really still, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're really driving there. But then on the other end, it's like probably tough to grab when everyone's all over the place. But the most fun for this one is probably the recording process. And I'm a sucker. I love playing live. Like that's where my heart is. I like being performing, but the studio stuff could get really tricky at times. But I think just seeing it come together and being able to hear it was like back to us was like probably the studio shenanigans as well. So that was probably the most fun part of it. Because even during the writing process, everyone has totally different influences.
Like, were there any things when you walked into the studio were totally unexpected that ended up making the cut?
Not too much, come to think of it, just because of how much we've been hammering down on them. It was kind of like, if you don't know the fucking
you already perfected them.
Maybe some of the solos, because Mike's always going, he's like, I can't do solos, but he gets shy on that. But the one he put down on the 3rd song, Pursuit, and the 5th song, Manifest, those 2 solos, like hearing them in context was like, oh man, that's good shit. Because like everyone has different influences. So like around the time we were writing this, which is more like even Reasoning, that's way more of like a melodic death metal song than like our song Only Human, which is like, yeah, that's metal. Or Zombies, it's like, yeah, that's metalcore. So it's like sometimes I'll be jamming different stuff and it's like, oh, it's good, but that's not what I'm vibing with right now. So it's like hearing it, I think that's the fun part though, is like when you get to actually hear it back and it's like, oh man, or like hearing the polished product to it, and it's like, because that's the fun thing with music. It does different shit to people. Like a song you could listen to, it even if it has no reference to it, it just takes you back to a time period or a certain smell, or you know what I mean? Like that's the fun part of music, is like this song might be really uplifting and I want it to inspire you, but someone else, it might be like, oh man, that takes me back when like I was going through the fucking works during that period of time. You know what I mean? It's like everyone has their own meaning to different songs, or it's like I really love this song because I was in middle school around that time and it just brings me back. Like, so getting to see how much these songs have already lined up, like with us intertwined from like the tours and the festivals, and now that they're getting to be public, and now people are able to build their own connections with them. So that's I guess even the release periods is always fun.
And before I forget, you are up for heavy metal band on Central PA Awards. Everybody, please go over and make sure that you throw them a vote. Even though I really hate when I hate when you are up against like you and Nailbite are in the same category. Like
Are they
Yeah,
not?
I sit there, I'm like, man,
damn.
like this isn't I hate voting one or the other,
Like
but
the high school wrestling match, like for first place, it's like the two buddies, because they just eliminated everybody else.
Yep.
sometimes when I feel
Yeah,
really
it's
guilty,
one of
I'll
those-
go under one account and vote for one, and I'll go under another account and vote for the other, and then I feel
There
like,
you go.
you know
There you
what?
go.
At least I voted for both.
There you go. Cover
It's one
all
of the-
bases.
It's one of those ones they intentionally will throw out just because they know it's going to be like if I was doing like a bracket and stuff, like you'd have to, because it's one of those ones where it's like fuck, like
It's fine. My
almost
dog
like in
has an
Squid
account,
Game
and
where
she
it's
votes
like
for one of you.
Well,
it was like a Squid Game where they do the marbles and it's like pick a partner and it's like fuck yeah you, and it's like well whoever loses dies, and it's like oh
Yeah.
uh.
But I guess it happens all the time with you guys, especially like I mean, you both are like huge names in the heavy metal world. You guys are kind of in the same area, and you guys have performed together a lot.
Mhm.
I would easily say they're the band that we've played with the most, like out of the years that we've been a band. I would say, and that right now I would say is even including like old time friends like Cruel Bomb and Toothless. Um, especially those two. There's a period where it was like if there was a show I was booking, they were the first two bands I was asking. Like we're all bumping really well together, and like they're still our boys. We had Toothless for Eclipse Fest, and we had Cruel Bomb for Mosh for Tots. But it's just one of those now. It's like okay, now I'm acknowledging it, and like got to pump a little bit just to
I
break
was
up the
so bummed
staleness.
I
But like a
couldn't
lot
make
of
it
that
to
with
Mosh for
Nailbite,
Tots.
I feel like us and Nailbite both keep the sets. Like you might know the songs, but what we're gonna do for you as attendance to the show is going to vary from each time. Like Lana and Nailbite, they had the fucking circle pit go around Moon Tavern during Mosh for Tots, and then at Eclipse Fest they had the square with the $100 giveaway. And during our set for Mosh for Tots, I brought out one of the other vocalists from just almost every single band that played, and Brandon from Cruel Bomb played bass for Only Human, and they did guest tracks. And then our friend Ghosty, my Laid to Rest was at the end, and I was like, it worked out because I had the hiccups, and I'm like, I don't think I could do vocals right now because like every time I build my pressure up, I hiccup, and it was a train wreck. And I was like, who knows Laid to Rest by Lamb of God? Our buddy was like, me, and I'm like, you're the winner. Get up here because I can't scream right now, and this is kind of a problem. That was one of probably the most awkward feelings ever. Like trying to get your diaphragm and everything ready to do vocals, and you have hiccups because like it's like expansion, and then the hiccup breaks it. So you gotta like expand again with your diaphragm, and it's very finessey at times and controlled. So it's like.
My grandmother, when I was younger, taught me a trick. If you have the hiccups, get a glass of water and take 10 sips in a row. And by the time you swallow the 10th sip, your hiccups will be gone.
Grandma's no
tested it
better.
a bunch of times, so it works.
Grandma
I wish I knew that on that
Always.
day. That would have been fucking good.
Oh my
Well,
gosh, you guys have so much coming up. So, as far as the places that you're going, which places have you played before and which ones are you looking forward to that are new ones?
we haven't played in Michigan at all, so I'm excited to go to Michigan. That's maybe a strange one for some people to hear, but to get out to Michigan, because that's to drive out to there. That's the initial. It's like, okay, yeah, there's no point to driving out that far to do one show without roping more in. So like that's almost the catalyst for us touring right at that time, and it's really convenient that our EP is coming out the week before. So it's like, yep, that coincides very well. Let's rock it. New ones. We've done love drafts a bunch. That's always a fun time. Moore's Burgers we've played at before. We've done the Ritz. The spot in Binghamton, that's new. That'd be a new one for us. Binghamton's an hour north for us. Like we're northeast PA, so we're like almost by like New Yorkish area, but like so Binghamton's about an hour up, but we've played everywhere but besides Binghamton. So that'll be actually cool to break into a spot that's like not 2 hours away, because everything in Scranton's 2 hours away. You go 2 hours central to Harrisburg, Lancaster. You go 2 hours south. You go to Reading. You go 2 hours southeast. You go to Philly. You go 2 hours eastward. You're about New York City. You know, I mean, Baltimore's about 3 down. So like, there's just to get something in that even like closer radius. That's like, okay, yeah, hours are doable, because I feel like we hit well in the Binghamton market. That's not far like that. Like instead of doing a 2 hour drive to a venue, they're doing an hour, 2 hour drive there and back. So I feel like hitting in Binghamton is going to help us draw more people down into Scranton for hometown shows. So fingers,
Now, with
balls,
all the
toes crossed on
shows
that one.
and like the places that you go, is there anything that you collect like from all the things, like a keychain, a shot glass?
Shot glasses, coasters, if they have t-shirts. I'm notorious. I get the little any new state that we've hit, I get the little state magnets for the fridge.
Yes.
Yeah, we collect a lot. Like I have it's not nothing's of course when I'm trying to there's nothing
Then
next
do
to me.
you
It's
collect
all
things when you go to places?
I
yeah, we have a bunch of
um,
shit from every year.
I collect signatures usually. I have like the American Mosh Pit. I have a couple other things that when we do conversations with Vin, we have the artists sign the items. So we've been, and then like we have like here.
I'm
Traverse
so
the
bad
Abyss.
with that. I never get signatures.
I started doing these like this is actually Traverse the Abyss, July 27th, 24, Bruce Stock Festival. So this is their set list, and you see they all autographed it, made it out to American Mosh Pits. This I stole off the wall. Christmas Burns Red, I'm not gonna lie. I collect all my media passes. I keep those. So
Yeah,
you
but
know,
those ones
and
are
like
the
this
closest
picture
media
here,
passes. I got them over there.
this is a special one too because this was the first holiday event that American Muffins covered. So I grabbed one of the posters on the way out New Year's Eve at the skate shop. So, you know, I would say, yeah, I try to collect something from a show that we cover. Yes.
And that's why we still make fucking physical CDs with the booklets and stuff, because it's also probably the most affordable thing on a table, and they have
Mm-hmm.
something that they can hold and go home with.
I have a question because your fans are really, really loyal to you guys. Do they fight over
We
the
go
set
down on
list?
everyone, every one of them.
No, stop it. The set. Do they fight over your set list?
A couple times, which I usually when I ask Jamie, I'm like, all right, here, print them out. I'm like, print out a couple extra, just because it's like
Oh,
you have the ones that for everyone on stage, so you hand them, and you see like, oh, I wanted one, and then I just fucking pull another one out of my mic case that they didn't see
look
because
at
it's
that.
tucked
Them
away.
taking care of their fans. Look at that. That's so
Very
nice.
nice.
You got it's the connection. Like there's
Yeah, I just
like
found out
not that
that's
we
like a
wouldn't
big
hide in
thing.
the green room to like warm up and stuff, but like a bunch of fans and shit, they're like, we like that you guys just come out here and hang out, and it's like, yeah, that's why we're here. Like we might have to
Mhm.
step away to like warm up a little bit or get ourselves like in condition, but like otherwise, if we didn't want to talk and socialize and perform for people, we would just keep it in the practice room and not
Mhm.
Yeah,
travel.
I didn't realize like how like some people go with the intent that they're gonna get a set list from the band. And
Oh,
like I didn't
absolutely.
realize
Yeah,
like how important the set list was and
go
like
fight
for
for
them
it.
to get the signatures on the set list, like it's like a whole movement.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a whole thing.
challenge. It's a challenge to get them at big shows, I'll tell you that. I have tried
It's a
multiple times.
Should we start having a competition, Vin? Like you can't use the
do?
one you have from Traverse, but do you want to start like a little like friendly competition and see who can collect the most set list?
Yeah. Yes, because I get
we're gonna
ruthless at the end of the show. They start throwing them lists out. So you better be on because
we're
I
gonna
will get
do
on.
the Squid Game. We'll do the red light, green light. All right, you want a set list? Get in line. Red light, green light. Fuck you! No, you fucking moved. You're out. I saw you.
I
You're
think the Knocked Loose is probably the craziest I've seen people fight for a set list. Is the Knocked Loose show. That is
I
definitely
wouldn't
people
be.
were ready to kill for that set list. So
No, I know. It was I watched
Scranton Motionless and White would probably be one that I wouldn't be shocked at either. Like
what's that?
they when we got to play with them, I said a Motionless and White show in Scranton.
Oh
I wouldn't
yeah,
be surprised if people
that
going
probably right up
nutty
there
to
with
get a
it.
set.
yeah, I could
Absolutely.
Because
see.
like when we played with
Well,
them in
I'll let
the end of 2018, like
you
we were
know.
selling most people from fucking Indiana and shit. They drove down. They were
Oh my
ready. It
god,
was like,
you guys have played with
oh,
everyone. Like, is there anyone else that's really like big on your list other than Metallica and Sleep Token and like the usual suspects?
Wait,
Trivium.
people want to play with Sleep Token? Did I just hear that right? Okay, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, they do that. Phew. I would say bands that we would love to play with still would be for sure like Trivium, Kill Switch Engage, like even like we did some good ones like the festival dates that we played. It's like, yeah, of course I'd love to play a regular arena show, but like just being able to be on the same date as like Lamb of God and Slipknot for a festival that was like that like I have the tribal like that was like just a cross off there. I was like you fucking nailed put it what day you put us on. Like that just
Mm,
tickled my fancy very
mm.
much. Um Trivium's a good one. I would say the Ghost
They know the
Inside would probably be
assignment.
cool, all that remain.
They know what
Viper,
bands work. As soon as they
Yeah,
saw Traverse,
absolutely.
they were
I would
like,
say
yeah, they want to slap them in there.
I'm trying to think on like everyone's bucket. Like, but there's a lot that we have played, but there's a good run like around COVID time, like right before and right after, like we were almost almost a house band for some of these venues, these concert halls. Like they would have and because I guess with everything going around that time, they just didn't
You
have
performed
as
more
many.
during COVID because I saw you so many times last year. I lost count. I said I thought that it's like at least over 12. I was trying to like count them out.
Mm.
How many
Not so
shows would
much
you say
like
you played
not so
last
much
year?
show like not so much tours and stuff, but we were getting like consistent offers for like concerts. I think it was just because the bands were thinned around that time and they
Mm.
needed someone that they knew would come through correct, like with pre-sales and actually like bring the people too. So there was a good run of shows where it was just like, damn, we're playing at just even like reference like Reverb and Love Drafts. It was just like, man, I feel like we're here pretty often. This is fucking cool to be like, you know, you got your Forky? Yeah.
I think
You can show
Dad Duty
Forky off.
is going to take over. Huh?
Oh,
Yes.
dude,
Toy Story,
that's the
Toy
duel
Story.
of it all is doing the band stuff, but you're doing your regular day job as well as any other side hustles that you're doing, plus family time and like dedicating to each one. That's the true juggle of everything right now.
Now, how
You
do
know?
you do it? Do you just wing it, or do you like set this much time for this much time for this much time for this?
I try to be as planned as I could. I have my where
You
is it
sound like
hiding?
you
I have
wing
my
it.
notebook.
That totally sounded
I
like you
have
winged it.
I have my notebooks of tasks to do. Like, okay, today I need to do this. We have to set up dates for this, and like I cross out as a go. So I try to be as planned as possible. It's just sometimes life happens and it makes it a little more difficult. So
Mhm.
try to just wake up early to do tasks and get them done. Stay up a little later to do tasks and get them done. And but that's the nature of the beast right now, and it is what it is. And this guy to love it. Otherwise, yeah.
So, as far as with Blackcraft, you're still going strong with them. What is your code if people want to shop Blackcraft through Traverse?
Oh man, I would have to dig it out because we were doing the Smoke Black Craft, and to be honest, I haven't saw them promote in a while, and they took off the Instagram. So I want to actually extend back out to Bobby and be like, "Hey, if you guys aren't doing the Smoke Black Craft, could we like get in line for regular Black Craft? Because all the new music that we're bumping are matches up to your motto of believe in yourself very much so." And Bobby has already put some faith into us with on the DW channel. We're voted no for one of the festivals, and he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna golden ticket these guys because they put in work and they deserve a chance." And we ended up winning the bracket to play at the festival, so that was like a little
That's all.
forever owed for that one. It's like you didn't have to do that, but you saw, hey, they give them the fucking chance to do it, you know. So grateful for that. So I'd
Yeah,
have to
I
dig
know when
out.
you first started
Y'all want to
doing
know
that,
it?
like we all went and ordered the bats, but I felt like it was TTA for the code. Like I
I
didn't
think so. But your
like if I
best bet is
remember right, you
sliding our
didn't have to
EM.
put in Traverse the Abyss. It was TTA. Like it might have been a
I
number
believe
though.
so.
I don't remember. But we did all
I
order
still
the
have
bats.
I have the Blackcraft coffee mug. This one has the heat change, and then my pipe and my grinder are Blackcraft too. So and those have seen the country. The Blackcraft coffin shaped pipe and the Blackcraft grinder have seen a lot of the country. So that's cool. You
Go.
take it with you.
Nice.
Bad boys. You take it with you.
So let's talk about the reasoning a little bit because we didn't really get to talk about that. What was the inspiration behind that?
So with reasoning, that started, I was in a bit of a rut just mentally for the longest time and kept myself very pessimistic, always negative about everything, kind of using putting the blame on everything else except like owning up to responsibilities. And I don't even remember how I stumbled across it, but I stumbled across a podcast. It's a Rob Dial, the mindset mentor, and I was just I don't know, it sparked, and I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
we'll fucking check it out. And it's like he's pretty straight up about everything. If he has something that he's showing, he's like, here's some scientific backing to it. I'm just not telling you woo woo stuff. And like, and a lot of the shit's cool. It's like basic
Mhm.
stuff, but it triggers your head. And he was always referencing like Tony Robbins and Jim Rome and the book, The Major Pieces to the Life Puzzle. And I was like, he was always saying like, yo, if you take the time and read this book. And I was like, you know what? I was in a deep dive with reading at the time. So
I'm
what's up?
brushing my teeth.
You're brushing your teeth with Freddie. You're silly. Here.
Mhm.
You want Freddie? Yeah, we'll have Freddie. There's the baby. So
Oh,
Yeah,
she's so
again,
good. Let's give her a round of let's give her a round of
all right,
applause
I'll
for
come tuck
brushing
you
her
in.
teeth because she
That's
did
what
that
I
without
did.
even like having to be told. That's I have a boy, so you got to tell them.
There are some times where it's like, honey, like okay right now. But
She showed up
I
tonight
was
though. She
diving,
came out like I brushed.
I was doing deep dive, I was just bumping back into reading just because I'm doing the social media and shit. You're always on the phone, and I was like, bro, I'm like, need something that's not a screen to do because I also do Twitch streaming, so gaming and you're editing, and
Mm.
I'm just like, I need something to enjoy that doesn't have a fucking screen on it. And
Mhm.
I was like, I loved reading as a kid, and I was like, why did I stop? And I was like, oh, I was too busy trying to chase tail. That's why. Yeah. So I was reread a bunch of the books that I liked when I was a kid. So like I reread the Harry Potter series, and it was cool because I was like, okay, I read the book and then I'll go watch the movie to see really what deferred. And then the series of unfortunate events, they put out the Netflix series. And I was
Mhm.
like, I loved all the actors in the one when I was a kid, but the movie where they like took the first 3 books, squished them, and were like, yep, we're done. And I was like, I thought a series. So like read through those books and watched the Netflix series alongside with it. And I was like, this is fucking good. So I was really in a dive with reading. So I was like, you know what? I'm like, let's get this dude's book. And it's not long. I want to say like maybe 90 pages or so, but it's like real uncookie cutter shit that gets your brain stimulated. So, and that's how
They're
it is.
friends.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're my friends. Yeah, we're doing an interview. Go brush your teeth, little one. Come on.
I
You're
totally
silly.
feel like should put out a book list of books that people should read.
Check our Discord. That's a good idea. I'll add that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the bookworms, a couple of us on the Discord are all we do our little page dives. But yeah, and that was how it starts is you have to change your mind, the way you think about things. And that
Mhm.
is what reasoning is. It's your sense of reasoning, your sense of judgment. And then the second is your viewpoint, how your emotions, how you feel about all these things. Change the way you think, change the way you feel. So those, like I said, all coincide. And then change the way you think, change the way you feel, change about how you go about what you're going towards. And that's the pursuit. And depending on what you pursue and how you go about that, you get your consequence, which is song 4. And then 5 is the manifestation. Dream it, believe it, live it, do it. So that's kind of like a basic
Love that.
flow of the memento mori, which is Latin for remember you will die, which coincides with live, do it, and go, because it's not guaranteed.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's a really cool that's a cool journey that you went, and to put it over into your songs is awesome. Now, you were mentioning
Yeah.
earlier with the puzzle piece. Like, are you gonna be having like stickers and t-shirts with all the different puzzle pieces on it?
Yep. So each chapter, each song will have its own artwork, its own print. I wanted to do something with singles, but like we're such in a streaming age that like the physical singles, it's like where funds are right now, it's real thin. So that'd be like something we would maybe put just on the site versus the EP will definitely have the booklet with all 5 plus the lyrics for it.
Now, do you have the cover done, or
The
do you have any
cover's done
ideas for it?
and
What's it say in the back?
it says Bonnie
Mhm.
from Toy Story 4. Shout out Toy Story for being OG. We have the artwork. The artwork and everything is on our website. It's pinned on our Instagram. That's the thing with the fucking social media and stuff too, is there's so much that we're trying to get going that it's like, okay, like one post a day about this, one post a day about this, one post a day about this. So in the circulation, yeah, it's almost like a illusion, like a blend of an image. It's a tree, but it's also a brain. The way you have to grow your mind the same way you grow a tree. It takes time, it takes working on it, weeding out the negativity. So,
So how do
it
you
all
feel about
relative.
people that think it's not a job to be a content creator?
Uh, well, uh, I don't know. I guess a lot
How
of
does
people
that
just
make
don't
you feel?
get it.
Because I know that like, there's not many things that trigger me, but I have responded to a couple people, like, especially about TikTok. Like, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about the band. I already feel like it's like switched a little bit. not happy about it, but it is what it is. But all these people are like, yeah, it's not a job. Like, you'll just have to go do something else. Like, when you're used to doing that every day and coming up with that content and the consistency, like, it is a job. It is.
Can I comment on this?
Of
I'm gonna
course.
Yeah.
comment here. So I get it a lot with, oh, it's not a job. You're just partying at concerts. And I'm like, you guys have no effing idea. I was like, when we do a show night as media, you're there for 8 to 10 hours. Number one, you're not just showing up for 2, 3 hours like the fans do when you're out the door. And like you said, you work your butt off, and you run around, and you're trying to get things talked to, and you're trying to schedule shit. You're trying to. It's a job. You
That's
work your ass off.
it's
I
work.
figured
It
out
can be
one day.
fun work.
Yeah, it's fun. It's absolutely fun, but you work your ass off. And we figured out at American Mosh Pits that when we do festivals, we average a 15-hour workday per staff member on a festival day.
Oh, I can't. I
15-hour workday. You show me any person out there working at the factory or whatever, slapping down 15-hour shifts. Not too many of them. You know what I mean? So,
And it's like it's not just mentally tasking because you're trying to stay on top of everything, but it's like if you're walking around festivals and shows and stuff, you're still moving around. And that's also on top of working your day job, getting out early, driving 2 hours, getting there early to get the interview because you got the headlining band and we're willing to give you a half hour as long as you showed up by 3 o'clock or whatever it is. So it's like it's a whole run. But even on the other side, it's like you have to go and learn how to cut and edit and how to post, when to post. You got to trim through your analytics. It's not just like, yep, I put this video up and blah, blah, blah. Like you have to look back and be like, okay, yeah, this one was working. This was work. This is good, but maybe I need there's so much more. Like, yeah, it might not be physically crushing stone or stuff, but in the end, everything is in one concept. You're always working at something.
yeah,
Whether you're
absolutely.
watching a show on Netflix and you're working on getting through those episodes to the next one, or you're playing a video game and you're working on building your character, like everything in some way is work. But yeah, people really have it out for the content creators. I think even on the side though, because like some TikTok stuff that's like booming, even like stuff wifey watches sometime, I'm like, man, this is fucking basic shit, and like that's blown the fuck up. Like, damn, like so I guess depending on what way they're
That's where
consuming
it's
too,
at.
like, you
If
know
I
what I mean?
put time into a TikTok, it'll get like maybe 20 something likes. If I just let loose and 0 F's given, like uh, it blows up. And I'm like, really? Like, really? That I debated on even posting that.
The one that I love is the guy fucking takes a can of root beer and he fucking like smashes it and just takes a sip for it, like opens a pack of Pokemon cards, and it's like so many views, and I'm like, yeah.
My co-host on the other show, she had almost close to, I think, 93,000 because her and her ex-husband put their hands in mashed potatoes at Longhorn Steakhouse and mashed them around. It went like completely viral. Like,
Okay.
crazy.
The most random shit.
Yeah, it's weird stuff.
We're a simple species. It's okay. We like what we like.
Oh my. Well, Allie, we got anything else for Eric?
Now, but the next one, just to go over again, is Love Drafts, February
Mhm.
15th. Do you know what time the doors open?
I believe doors are at 6 or 7. It seems like most of the shows coming up are about 6 or 7 o'clock for the doors. So come early, stay late because we are.
Yeah, and
And
if
so
you
with
didn't get
them-
tickets yet, go on 717 Entertainment. Go grab them.
We'll see you guys at Mooresburgers Tavern, Catonsville. Let's get your boys over to Deutschland. This could be the year.
Yeah.
USA team, baby.
I know you have American Mosh Pit coverage at pretty much all those rounds at Mooresburg. So I'll be at
Mhm.
round 3, but I don't think that's your round. You're round 1.
Yep.
You're round 1. Yeah, I think
2.
Rob and Mark will be at round 1 and 2 from American Mosh Pits, and then I'll be there for round 3.
Can we
Yeah.
vote
So
over the can we vote over the phone?
Nah, it's
You
in
places need
just
to
all
let
in
us call
there's
person.
no
in, like,
voting. It's judged. It's not a
oh,
vote. It's a
Yeah.
judge. It's a
isn't it
judge
the
discussion.
crowd vote?
So the
Crowd
in a
doesn't vote.
sense, the more people there, the better, though. That could affect the vote to the judge.
Okay, this
Yeah,
is what we're gonna do.
influences.
Right
One of the,
before the voting, we're gonna have everybody call somebody, and we're all gonna scream extra loud when they say
Plan.
Traverse. I got you. I got you. I got you from PA.
there you go. How about you just go to round 1 and support them? There you go. Yeah.
Hell
It's
yeah.
hard.
Alright.
It's hard for me in the winter. I do like. I don't even want. I like. I feel bad about it, but I don't know. I hibernate. Like more things go down in the winter that like keep me from going like 2 hours away.
Oh, absolutely. We're saying all the time. We're like, yeah, it's cold. This is like,
I think I've
Yeah, like
traveled more.
am.
I think I traveled more this winter for American Mosh Pits than I have in any of the years I worked for.
And isn't
Cinco
that
Life
funny?
Series.
Because you told me back in November, you're like, I'm taking off for the winter. Like
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
didn't work
doing
like
that
that.
much, and I
Not at
feel like
all.
you've done more.
Yeah, 0 taken off. It's just it compiled really fast. But that's fine. I don't have any issues. Please book events with American Mosh Pits. We'll be glad to send out a media company. Contact me immediately. We will be glad to send out a road group.
And before we hop off, do you want to talk about uh game day, the big game
Oh yeah,
day?
I would love to. Do you want to cut Eric loose, or do you want to keep Eric on? What do you want to do?
It's up to Eric.
Do you want
You
to
need to
stay,
go,
or do you
you
want
can
to go?
go, or you can talk.
We're
Yeah.
done with
I'm
Traverse,
gonna,
and now we're gonna talk
I'm
about
gonna
other stuff.
slide and get the. I'm gonna probably
No,
slide and
listen,
put the little one.
go
Oh,
be
yeah,
a
no
dad.
problem.
That's way
Thank you
more
so much
important.
for coming on. We love talking to you.
Hey, good
Thank
luck
you
on the
guys for
15th,
having me.
brother. Have fun.
Yes, sir. Rock it.
All right, there we go. That was great. I think that was really cool. I love hanging out with Eric. He's a really good friend of mine.
He's so easy to talk to. I mean, he
Really
really
is.
is.
Absolutely. I got lucky enough at the end of last year. He was a couple of our tailgate show co-hosts. Remember how we were throwing different guest co-hosts in? He did 1 or 2, and that was really cool. It was a really good experience.
He's
So
fun. Not
yeah,
to mention, literally, he's basically been around all these people and played a stage with almost like every name out there. So
I think he's one of the unsigned bands that definitely has a large portfolio of bands that are A tier that they opened with. I don't think there's many unsigned bands like TTA that have that A tier list that they've already played with, and I commend them for that because that's good. That's what you need to have.
yeah.
So, all right, you ready?
Okay, tell us about that super big game.
So, in 2025, American Mosh Pits has a new division. We were testing it last year. It's called American Mosh Pits Presents. And American Mosh Pits Presents is focused on live event coverage and bringing live events to the people. So, with that, we are going to step outside of music and do more. Starting with February 9th, you will see us, me specifically, in the city of Philadelphia. We are going to cover the city of Philadelphia on the run for a #2 championship. And we are going to be hitting historic locations around the city. And I will be talking about the locations and interviewing residents of Philadelphia. We're really going to try to interview a lot more actual Philadelphia residents than fans who have traveled to the city. And our goal is to really expose to people what the feeling of Philadelphia is. A lot of people, Philly gets a bad rep, right, across the nation. But I'm going to tell you something.
It's awesome.
Philly is about work and they're about respect. And if you are into doing your part and working your job and respecting other people, you are truly going to get along fine in Philadelphia. And if you're about being lazy and taking advantage of people, and Philly people will figure you out real
You
quick.
know what? We
and
get a
tell
bad
you,
rap because our
yeah, yeah,
fans are so passionate. Like,
absolutely.
if you
And
mess
their
with our
parents were
fans,
passionate. You know what I mean? Their dad was passionate. Their mom was passionate. Their grandfather was passionate. It's not something that a lot of people just picked up. It was a family aspect that they were born
and it's
into.
that
And
unconditional love. Like,
absolutely.
whether the
And
Phillies, whether it's the Eagles, whether it's the Flyers, I mean, like,
Flyers,
it's
I
Philly
have
love.
never, I'm going to tell you this, out of all the hockey cities, Philadelphia blows my mind how much they support their Flyers. It
Mhm.
is unbelievable how the city gets behind the Flyers. And we are hoping to capture a lot of this and bring it to you guys live throughout the day. And then we'll be putting together a documentary recap. So look for American Mosh Pits on February 9th in the city of Philadelphia.
Where are you starting?
We are going to start at the Rocky Balboa statue first thing in the morning. And we're going to make our trek down to Love Park. Then we're going
And
to
you
make our
said
trek
you'll be at the Rocky statue. You're hitting real early. So you said like
real
9
early. We're going to
o'clock?
be at Rocky between like 8 and 9 a.m. So anyone that wants to follow us along, it's going to be early for Rocky. Our goal is to be down to Geno's and Pat's around lunchtime because I have a feeling that's just going to be flooded with the local Eagles fans. So we'll spend some time at Geno's and Pat's. I'm actually going to do cheesesteak challenge and see which one I feel is better, Geno's or Pat's. And then we have passes to the sold out Eagles Big Bash at Xfinity Live. So we will be at the outdoor as well as the indoor, and we'll be interviewing and
Now,
broadcasting
what
from
time do you
there.
hit Xfinity Live?
I think we plan on arriving at Xfinity Live between like 2 and 3. The doors at Xfinity Live, if they are sold out, and I've seen tickets are on the black market for $300-$400 to get into Xfinity Live. So
Okay,
if you're
but
looking
don't worry, everybody, because Vin has kind of got a little bit of some insider news. Do you want to tell them what they're doing outside or what they're like you heard they're
oh
doing?
yeah, there is word is that they are going to be partying in the stadium, like the games right there, and they're going to have a movie screen set up. So they are going to encourage fans to come down to the stadium, just like the Eagles are playing the Super Bowl or the big game right there at the stadium. So I mean, everyone should really, if you're an Eagles fan and you want to be part of a massive celebration, if things go as planned for the boys when they get to New Orleans, then you want to make your way to South Philadelphia because it's going to be unreal. And when you look at footage that like some of these people are putting up from the championship game, you had close to 300,000 people flood Broad Street when they won the championship. I mean, it's not even the big game. That's just the one step before. So you 300,000. I mean, I can only imagine what's going to flood the streets if they pull up number 2 in New Orleans. So
But
we
even though
will.
they can't get into Xfinity Live, they can still catch up with
Yeah, I think you
you
pay like
outside. He's
I
going to
don't
be
want to
making
say,
his
but I
rounds.
think you. Yeah, do you know what the fee is to park at a Eagles game? I think it's like 40 or $50 to get in the
I think
lots.
you're at least. I think it's at least 40, and they might jack it up a
Yeah.
little bit because of the
So
game.
I think you're going to be whatever the normal fee is for an Eagles game to get on the lot. That's probably what the fee is going to be to get on the lot that day. So
But with the sounds of it, the parking lot's going to be.
yeah, and they
Pretty
already have. If you go on Xfinity's socials, they have a very famous house DJ that's going to perform a big party from like 3 o'clock to like 5:30, and that's free, included with your ticket in Xfinity Live. And I'm looking forward to that because those people are going to rock that place, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And who knows, maybe we can get some dance and mosh pits going in the pregame, So we're ready to roll. We'll be there.
I want to see who is the DJ.
Yeah, I got the. Yeah, if you look at the flyer, it has it on there. And hold on here. Oh, there you go. Go on their Instagram. That's where the most of their Xfinity Live information is being fed. Find it.
Jason Roy, I think. J Roy, DJ J Roy.
Yeah, and there's somebody else too. So be ready, guys. It's a big party.
Awesome. He's an awesome DJ, actually.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So this is our first non-music live event that we're covering with American Mosh Pits Presents. So away we go. One of the biggest events potentially in the United States of America. So if you're gonna jump
and I wonder if you will see like pits form, because like you never know.
You never know. And if them Eagles do their job and they get the job done, man, we're gonna be there till 3:00 in the morning. I can already tell. So it's gonna be a wild time. So with that, we'll lead into the other news, right? So due to the time that I'll be spending on the American Mosh Pits Presents project, that's kind of my baby at the company. I will be passing the mic for Pass the Mic, right? So my girlfriend, Jamie, the traveling beat girl from Michigan, is going to take over with Allie, and they are going to bring you these fine interviews one after another. And I'm pretty sure you guys said you're going to do tailgate shows and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah, slowly but surely we're gonna break in. Like,
that's great.
Because she's in Michigan, like I still have to figure out like she needs to get the mics and everything. But I'm sure if we get it out, we should be good by Michigan Metal Fest with all that.
I mean, it's February. You got 6 months, plenty of time to get it together.
Yeah, so, like the lives, I mean, we got to figure that out. But I mean, we've already got people lined up to come on for interviews and a lot of fun stuff coming on.
Absolutely.
But I'm so excited. And like, honestly, Jamie is she's so easy to work with.
Absolutely.
Like, she really
is. Excited to do some talk shows. So this is right up her alley of what she wanted to do. And I think you ladies together are going to put together a fine product. So looking forward to seeing your episodes down the road. And
I can't wait to see where everything goes with American Mosh Pits. And I mean, you just keep going.
This is I'll give you some insight. So you're getting ready to see us live on February 9th in Philadelphia. We have, as I was talking about with Eric, we have the first American Mosh Pit Presents live event, which will be coming at the end of May. I just got to finalize a few more things this week. And we, as a company, we've decided it's time to not just be a music media company, but be a full media company. And it's took us a long time to grow to this point, but we are there. And 2025, it's time to start doing things like going out and seeing football games and seeing different events that are national events that people are going to flock to. And we're going to take our style of wild interviewing the fans and crowd and interacting with them and see if they like it just as much as they've liked it as we've done at concerts. So we got a really great response so far, and a lot of people looking forward to tuning in on Sunday the 9th from Philadelphia. So rock on. This should be cool.
I know I'm vicariously gonna be like living through you.
I even bought an Eagles hat, everybody, so I will fit right in with people of Philadelphia. So
Now, when you got the Eagles hat, did you go traditional? Did you go?
you'll love it. So we've already had uniforms assigned for what they want us to wear that day. And we are wearing our black and white instead of our color. So I found, Brand 47 that makes sports apparel.
Yeah.
They had a beanie that was black and white striped with the traditional Eagles logo across the front. So I got that. I really like Brand 47. I think it's like a really higher quality. So I was happy to get it at a little bit lower price because I got it on eBay.
So you're not going with the hat, you're going with the beanie.
I'm going with the beanie because it's going to be cold and we're outside. So I figured Eagles beanie, I'll be ready to roll on the streets of Philadelphia from morning to night. So Eagles beanie and away we go.
And as far as to the people that aren't getting into Xfinity, like you're going to be in Xfinity for a while, but then you're going to be going over to the parking lot. Around what time
We're
can
going to
people find you over towards the parking lot?
Here's the plan. When we get there around like 2:30, we're just going to go right into the lots. And I'm going to try to talk to as many people as I can there first. I think the first DJ set inside, I think he said is 4. So we probably will be heading in about 3:30 to get set so we can film the DJ set. And the big party will be with that. So I would say probably from like 2:30 to about 3:30, about an hour, we'll be running around the lots. And then we'll be in Xfinity. Now,
okay, I'm going to give you a challenge. Right now.
Go ahead.
I want to see you get 50 Eagles fans to give American Mosh Pit horns.
I can, because
I need to see at least 50 fans. If you can get them all together in a pick, throwing them, then you get extra. Yeah, get extra credit. But I want to see at least 50 because I know you with your interviews. Like you go boom, 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 boom. I want to see 50 horns all together come up for American Mosh Pits.
Well, I have a little advantage here. I have an ace up my sleeve. We do have American Mosh Pit giveaways that we'll be giving away all day as we interview people and talk to people. So I think last time we were giving away the koozies on New Year's Eve, and man, I went through 150 koozies in probably 40 minutes. So I think that helps people get involved, and we'll have some stickers and some other things. And I want to get some banded Eagles fans together, maybe singing some famous Philly and Eagles songs.
You should also get some funny words. Like my son's been doing it a lot, where he like gives you a word to say really fast, like 10 times.
Yeah.
Like you should definitely like find some funny words that like if you say them fast, they sound like something else, and make the drunk Eagles fans like try to say the word 10 times.
They got enough problems singing Fly Eagles Fly. They'd had enough to drink. Okay.
Yeah, but like how many like dude, you're gonna hear that a lot. So you need something else.
I have Go Birds will be at the end of every statement that we film. I can almost guarantee it. So get right here, Go Birds at least 1 million times in our broadcast. So, but anyway, Go Birds. We'll be there hoping that they win.
And the spelling of Eagles is just going to be like replaying over in your mind for like a month after this event. I just want you to know.
So listen, I've been doing a lot of studying the past week to learn about history of Philadelphia and some different things. And the We're From Philly song is probably one of the most iconic things I have come across in studying. And man, my goal is to get 20 or 30 Eagles fans together and sing the We're From Philly song. And I know they all know the lyrics. So rock and roll. That's our plan.
Wait, you said 20 Eagles fans?
At least 20.
Nah, you got to set the bar higher. There's going to be thousands and thousands of people there. Like, you at least, I gave you 50 horns. I need at least 100 people chanting that.
In the We're From Philly song?
Yeah, and you can even, I'll even hop on with you. If you can get them all to do it, Like, you can even call into me and we'll have them all sing.
Are you
And we'll
gonna
put
lead
it up
the
as a
song?
clip.
Do you know the words to the "We're from Philly" song? We're from Philly, fucking Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. We're from Philly, fucking Philly. So there you go. Memorize that because we'll hear that a million times.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, if you can get a whole group to sing that,
That
I
is, Kim
literally, I
called
will
that
send you a
song.
link. The second you say it's a go, I will send you the link and literally just hold the camera up and have them all sing it. It would be great.
No problem because I'll have Cameron, Johnny, and me are the road team together. So we will have hands to help out. So we are ready to roll.
Yeah, that's great. Like,
Yeah.
just let me know. Just give me
Oh,
like 15 minutes notice.
I'm surprised, like you're Philadelphia. I'm surprised they didn't like teach you guys that song in elementary school or something. I mean, that's
I'm
very.
ashamed that I don't know it.
I'm very like we're getting ready to
I
pull your
am.
Delco card now,
I
buddy.
am. I'm ashamed.
Give up the Delco card. You're not allowed to have it no more.
Listen, I know how to spell eagles. I
All
love
right, so
when
we good?
little kids, like, they'll get all into it and they'll be spelling it and they spell it wrong. It's like, you can't say anything because it's a kid, but
Hey, listen, if they can spell somewhat close enough, it's good enough. Go Birds. There you go.
oh my gosh. Even though I'm so sad that this will be our last interview. Well,
Yeah,
probably not
but
the last. We'll have you jump
I'm
on.
hoping that in 6 to 8 months, American Mosh Pits Presents has done such cool shit that you and Jamie interviewed me about it. So there we go.
Sounds good. I'm super psyched though to start this new adventure with Jamie. And
You should be. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
she's got a large schedule this year of events. So you guys have a lot of opportunity, and she knows a lot of people, and so I think you guys are really gonna have
And
a
she's
really
like me, like, as long as I'm not like in the air flying in between, like, I'll hop on. Love it.
yeah, absolutely. And she has set her life up to really promote her career and be open to the time she needs to be open. So she's exactly perfect for your fit.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited and just this is gonna be a big year. This is gonna be a big year for the bands. It's gonna be a big year for American Mosh Pits. And this will be a big
Absolutely.
year for a pretty little podcast.
I can't wait. You guys are gonna do big things, girls.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
All
And
right. Well, it's been a fun evening, my friend. Very fun. And hats off to you for having this idea months and
you
months
know,
ago.
you ever need somebody to step in there and go around festivals with you, you know, you can
Let you
always
know. Well, listen, we're going to be with American Mosh Pits Presents. You will probably see more of me in Philadelphia over the next 2 years. So we will be getting together and doing some things. All right.
yeah, definitely.
All right,
Thank
y'all.
you so
Thank you
much.
very much for watching our shows.
Please go on and subscribe to American Mosh Pits, subscribe to Beyond the Barrier, and of course, subscribe to a pretty little podcast.
Hell yeah, y'all. Have a
You don't
great
want to
night.
miss anything that's coming up. We all got huge things.
And be sure to watch the first Pass the Mic episode with the ladies. Support it. See y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.